It's Thursday, November 20th.
You do have a team that's in a fledgling league that needs to worry about the bottom line and has every right to say, this doesn't meet our needs. It's just stunning that the city could be so tone deaf.
Ottawa's mayor is defending the plans for Lansdowne 2.0 as the PWHL says it will not play at the new, smaller arena.
This fund is going to provide an additional $1 million a year.
A big boost for the festival scene in the capital. The City of Ottawa announces a new major festivals fund.
And Ottawa police are giving some helpful tips on protecting yourself as artificial intelligence is changing the game for would-be scammers. Your Morning Ottawa starts right now.
Morning, the gang's all here. Happy Thursday. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Willa Yellow.
And I'm Alyssa Lamb.
Yeah, welcome back, friend.
Yes, thank you.
We always miss you, as always.
Yeah.
And as you return, we have two treats for you today.
Oh, exciting.
One is ice cream.
Oh, delicious.
And the other, potentially some maybe chocolate down the road as well.
Two things I can eat.
Exactly. I know. And the chocolate coming straight from the Bahamas.
Oh, maybe I'll have to sneak a little taste of that.
Okay.
Sounds delicious.
Really looking forward to that. Looking forward to also divulging the secret code word for yet another day for your chance to win a trip for two to the islands of the Bahamas. That's coming up a little bit later, but first off, we're going to get to today's top stories. The arena size at Lansdowne 2.0 has turned into a heated debate in the city of Ottawa. The mayor now weighing in on the charged-up public decree from the PWHL that the team will not play there in the future.
The capacity has increased. It's not as much as they would like, but it is bigger than it was before. It wouldn't be correct to say that we didn't listen and we did nothing because the capacity of the event center has increased.
You do have a team that's in a fledgling league that needs to worry about the bottom line. And has every right to say, this doesn't meet our needs. It's just stunning that the city could be so tone deaf and want to proceed.
In the 2024-25 season, the Ottawa Charge had an average attendance of approximately 5,900, with its lowest single game attendance bringing in about 3,800 fans, and its highest seeing over 7,800. The city says it is in negotiations with the PWHL and the Ottawa Sports and Entertainment Group to find a solution, with a meeting set for tomorrow.
A popular farm known for its pumpkin patch and berry says it may be forced to shut down. Miller's Farm and Market expanded operations to include trucking and snow removal, but a neighbor complained about the noise, and now the city says the heavy trucks aren't allowed on the property at all. The Millers then asked for 2% of their farm to be rezoned commercially, allowing 51 heavy vehicles to be stored, as well as expanding their home-based businesses. But the city council denied them.
But we have to diversify in a farm here. In a small farm, it's 480 acres, you have to diversify. If you don't diversify, you'll starve. I'm asking for it to change the zoning for that we can keep operating. They say we can't do that.
The city report recommended refusing the bylaw amendments because planning staff do not believe that the requested changes are minor or technical in nature.
The City of Ottawa is promising a financial boost to make the capital an even better destination for festivals.
It's an amazing opportunity for the festivals to really establish Ottawa on a bigger scale and recognize that there's some huge generators in this city that can draw people into town and generate lots of economic impact.
The new Major Festivals Fund is aimed at increasing financial support for the city's larger festivals. It's part of a 2-year pilot project and will provide an additional $1 million per year. If approved in the 2026 budget, the money will come from a proposed 1% increase in the municipal accommodation tax. It was a tumultuous day in the Ontario legislature after the leader of the opposition was tossed from the chamber.
It is the endless grift of an anti-democratic and, yes, corrupt government.
It was that comment that led to Marit Stiles being kicked out of the legislature during a heated exchange with Ontario's Labour Minister over the controversial Skills Development Fund. The fund has been dogged by allegations that the Labour Minister's office was improperly involved in selecting companies who would receive financial funds. The Stiles was given the chance to recant her comments but refused and was escorted from the chamber. Also at Queen's Park, MPPs approved the controversial Bill 33. The bill gives Ontario's Education Minister more power to take control of the province's school boards, even if they are not in financial trouble. Earlier this year, the Ford government assumed control of 5 school boards, including the Ottawa Carleton District School Board.
With the continued rise of scams, Ontario Provincial Police say that there are ways to protect yourself by understanding the latest security features. Police say that creating a strong password, using phrases that are hard for others to guess, and setting up facial recognition on your phone can keep would-be scammers from being able to access your phone and the apps. You should also put websites directly into the search bar yourself rather than just clicking on some links. Two-factor authentication, which sends you a code through email or text, can also be a great tool to protect yourself.
So if we think of our financial institutions, if you go to Google and type in a search for whatever you're searching for, the bad actors will pay for search engine optimization. So they'll put their web page at the top of the search. And so you're clicking on that, believing that is with the legitimate organization. It's really important to actually look in the address of the website, but also the email address.
And lastly, don't ever give in to pressure. And if something seems too good to be true, well, it probably is.
Honda is recalling over 260,000 vehicles in the U.S. and Canada due to a software error. The recall has been issued for Honda Accord hybrid models made between 2023 and 2025. Honda Canada says the vehicle model could lose power while driving, increasing the risk of a collision. Owners are being asked to visit an authorized Honda dealer who will reprogram the vehicle.
Well, this is a sure sign of the winter season fast approaching. Snowmaking has begun at some of our hills in our region.
This is from Camp Fortune. They posted this video to social media showing their snow-making machinery working hard to get the hill ready for skiers and snowboarders.
Oh, that looks like fun. Snowmaking has also started at Calabogie Peaks Resort.
It is that time of year.
It's the season.
And
Oh, wow.
It's nice, too, to have, the positive spin, too. When it gets a little bit cool, you start thinking about all the winter activities that we can do this time of year.
Agreed.
Absolutely. It's the one thing that kind of gets me through winter is all the fun winter activities and sports we get to do.
Yes, yes.
Like
And
the canal,
Will has
skiing.
promised to teach me how to snowboard.
Yes, I
nice.
Because I don't know how, and I'm like, I want to learn.
I feel like that could be a segment that maybe we go to one of the hills, create some snow, we do a little snowboard session.
I used to snowboard back in my day, but I'll admit I have not done it in 6 years since having kids. I just haven't had the time to get out, so I might need a refresher.
There you go. Maybe we can go on a bunny hill together,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
We're headed to the hill.
Well, that's one way to get through winter is to embrace it, right? This morning, we're dealing with very foggy conditions, so we actually have a fog advisory in effect this morning. The fog will remain until late this morning. It will slowly begin to dissipate throughout your late morning hours, so keep that in mind. Visibility reduced to near zero in some areas, so very heavy, dense fog to start off your morning. Temperatures cold as well. We're already sitting at -6, but with that wind chill, feels closer to -8 this morning, and you can see chilly across the region, -4 for Montreal, Kingston area, -7 out in Brockville. So a cold start to your day wherever we are this morning. In your skies today, not so bad for this afternoon. Once that fog dissipates late this morning, this clouds will clear at around noon hour. Then we'll get to see some sunshine throughout your Thursday. But tomorrow, we are expecting some messy weather. So overnight tonight, it looks like around just after midnight, we are expecting some snow. We could see some freezing drizzle mixed here and some freezing rain. So we're seeing this mixed precipitation of all three, and that will continue early tomorrow morning. Changing to rain late in the morning as temperatures do gradually warm up. But that morning commute could be quite messy tomorrow morning. So do keep that in mind. Skies will then clear out in the afternoon, and we could could see some sunshine into your Friday forecast, and very, very warm as we head into tomorrow as well. Today, still need to dress warmly. 2 degrees is your daytime high. We will get to see some sunshine, just dealing with this fog and the cold start to your morning, but into the afternoon, not so bad. Similar temperatures throughout the region. 5 for Trenton, 4 in Kingston. 1 is your high over along the Seaway today. Everybody getting to see a little bit of that sunshine on the way for us into the afternoon. 0 over in Montreal. So over the next 7 days, really fluctuating temperatures, but slightly warmer as we head into tomorrow and the weekend than we've seen throughout the last few weeks. 8 degrees tomorrow. Again, that mixed precipitation happening overnight. So some freezing rain, some snow mixed in with some rain late in the morning. 8 degrees is the high for Friday, so way above seasonal temps. Back down to normal as we head into Tuesday and Saturday and Sunday, sunshine as we head into the weekend to start things off. Sunday, we could see some rain mixed in with some snow early in the morning, clearing into the afternoon. Similar day for Monday, and next week, temperatures fairly mild throughout most of the work week. On your roads this morning, again, just dealing with that dense fog in most low-lying areas. So we do have a fog advisory in effect. Visibility reduced near to 0 in some areas, so keep that in mind on your roads this morning. Will.
Well, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, why you may want to consider getting travel medical insurance when traveling within Canada. That story coming up just ahead on our show. We're going to take a peek outside through our Centennial Glass Skycam, and as Melissa stated, fog advisory in effect, even about 50 meters in front of you in some spots you can't really see. So if you're heading out this morning, just make sure you leave plenty of space between the car in front of you, if you can even see it. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Here are the big stories we are following today on Your Morning Ottawa. The mayor is now weighing in on the charged up public decree from the PWHL that the team will not play at Lansdowne 2.0 in the future. Miller's Farm and Market, a popular farm known for its pumpkin patch and berries, says it may be forced to shut down. And the city of Ottawa is promising a financial boost to make the capital an even better destination for festivals.
Ooh, it's a little chilly out there this morning, -6, but it's feeling like -10 when you factor in that wind chill. Not shown on this board, fog advisory in effect for Ottawa. When you step outside, you can't really see much, so leave yourself a little bit of extra room out on your roads this morning. As we take a look at the afternoon, we are climbing up to 2 degrees with that sunshine reappearing. It'll be a nice afternoon ahead. On your roads at this hour, again, just that fog advisory in effect. You can even see it a little bit on our camera here. Certain spots are a lot worse than others. So again, just leave yourself a little extra time if you head out this morning. Well, medical bills when you leave Canada can add up really fast, which is why you need travel medical insurance. But it might surprise you to know that you may want to have additional health insurance when traveling within Canada too. CTV's Pat Foran explains.
Surprised?
Doug McGinley of Oakville has always purchased travel medical insurance when going to the U.S. or if vacationing outside of Canada. But he didn't have travel health insurance when he went to Alberta this past summer. He had chest pains and ended up in hospital in Medicine Hat.
They admitted me into the ER and performed a few tests and determined that I was either suffering or had suffered a mild heart attack.
McGinley had to be flown by air ambulance to Calgary for emergency treatment.
I said, "Who's paying for this?" He goes, "Don't worry, you're covered."
He says he was given excellent care, but he was shocked last month to get a bill from Alberta Health Services for ambulance charges of over $12,000. The flight is not covered under Alberta or Ontario health plans.
I was told it was covered, and they came back and they said, "Transportation is not covered under the Healthcare Act. You owe us the money."
When CTV News reached out to the Ontario Health Ministry, a spokesperson said only services received in publicly funded hospitals are covered. Out-of-province ambulance charges are not covered and are the responsibility of the patient.
The number one item that is not covered travel within Canada is ambulance coverage, whether it be off a mountain skiing in BC or what happened to this individual.
Martin Firestone with Travel Secure says most health services are covered when traveling within Canada, but there are exceptions. Provincial health plans don't cover ambulance, air and ground, mountain and sea rescue, emergency dental services, medical equipment rental, and prescription drugs. Firestone recommends purchasing a product called Travel Within Canada, which is less than $1 a day.
It is available, and some people now, after hearing this story, may say it might be wise to invest in that.
McGinley says he appreciates the care he received, but didn't know he would have such an expensive ambulance bill to pay.
If it can help somebody else avoid the situation I'm in, that's great.
Pat Foran, CTV News.
And I think that's the takeaway there is, Pat Foran telling that story that people just might not be aware of. You think just traveling to the U.S. you need, but even within Canada, if you leave the province, there's the story right there where if something happens, which you hope it doesn't, you might not be covered.
You hope it doesn't. And that was that kind of specialized service, right? Like, I mean, a private jet, essentially, to travel to a hospital for much needed care. I mean, he needed that form of transportation because that was probably all that was available. But yet, boy, oh boy, that bill. Can you imagine getting that bill?
No, and the last thing you want when you're recovering is then a $12,000 bill on top of the injury itself.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, next up, a U.S. ambassador to Canada, Pete Hoekstra, is once again slamming the Ontario ad that he says ended trade negotiations with the United States, accusing Canada of inserting itself into American politics and creating a new precedent that Washington won't ignore. We're going to check in right now with Bill Carroll from News Talk from the Morning Rush on 580 CFRA to get his thoughts. Good morning to you, Bill.
Good morning. Oh, Ambassador Huckster's upset. I can't tell you how happy that makes me. And don't kid yourself. The negotiations are very much back on, and he just restarted them. I love this. Where do we even begin to talk about this? Because this is great. If he's telling the truth and that this ad that Ontario bought is really the reason we stopped talking, then again, we need to thank Premier Ford, because not talking has been the best strategy so far. Look, I'll give the Carney government credit. I've thought all along the purchase of the F-35, this flirtation we're doing right now with Sweden and the royal family and buying their jets, that whole idea, I think is a clever negotiation by Mark Carney. And I think that was forced upon him largely because the other formal talks have broken down. We've had no choice but to do what we should have been doing all along, standing firm and moving on. Because sometimes the best way to win back your ex, Rosie, is to start flirting with somebody else. That will get their attention. Find out if they're really interested.
Yeah. You know
look
what?
at
Bill,
the hypocrisy of his argument.
I know.
He's actually saying, yeah, but if you buy the F-35 and you build parts of it or all of some of it in Canada and ship it to the U.S., that's an American product. If you're giving us, oh, really? Unlike the auto sector argument you're making, it's exactly the same thing. So his argument doesn't hold water. And then the suggestion that during an election, what election? It's an off-year election. If the Republican Party can't withstand the greatest Republican president of all time, Ronald Reagan's words on tariffs, then maybe your Republican Party needs to look in the mirror about where they're going. But this is the great election interference. Again, hypocrisy. Has there ever been, I won't say ever, since a French leader stood on a balcony at City Hall in Montreal and declared freedom for Quebec. Since that moment, has there ever been an interruption by a foreign power in an election like Donald Trump and how he interfered in Canada's last election, turning it on its ears with threats to take away our sovereignty? So I guess it's what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander in the U.S. So they've betrayed themselves here. We have them finally paying attention. We're doing something that really upsets and concerns them. That's a good thing. Let them come to us. Congratulations, Prime Minister Carney. Great strategy. Let's just keep moving on with our lives. If they want to get back on board, they'll do that. But it's time for Canada to be silent. And if you're afraid that that will cost us our country, you got to ask yourself, if we give the Americans everything they want all the time so we don't lose our country, we don't have a country to lose.
All right, Bill, you have a great show. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Have a good day, guys.
And remember, you can listen to The Morning Rush with Bill Carroll on News Talk 580 CFRA weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, we are taking your comments on ice cream. That is just ahead. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street. It is 6:22 on your Thursday. We'll be right back. Good morning, Ottawa. Today on Your Morning Ottawa, we are asking for your comments on ice cream. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Let us know your thoughts. Email us at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
How much time do we have here?
Yeah, right?
I want to start with, when you could have good ice cream, because I actually love oat ice cream too, right? Like I love the base, but back in the day, what was the ultimate flavor?
Oh, I love cotton candy ice cream, and my kids get that all the time, and it smells so good. And I remember as a kid, it's like pink and blue, and it literally tastes like you're eating cotton candy, but in an ice cream, it's delicious from what I remember. And my kids get it all the time, and I'm so jealous because I always want to take a little bite, and I cannot. However, yes, now that I have to eat dairy-free, I do like the oat base or the coconut base. I find those are pretty good. And I'm a vanilla. Like, I love the vanilla flavor, so I usually go with some sort of vanilla base, personally.
Oh, Melissa, I'm so glad you said that, because I was like, okay, do I have to be quiet here and not say vanilla and sound boring? But I love French vanilla.
Right,
like really good creamy French vanilla, and then chocolate, like add a little fudge and brownies in there, and I'm happy. So I like vanilla and chocolate. There you go.
Delicious.
Well,
we're all in the same boat. We're like a good vanilla goes a long way. Just a classic. My mother agrees too. And then, if there's a little cookies and cream in there, I'm not going to be upset.
That's true. Gotcha on that too. All right, we're going to be hearing from you later in the show. We're asking what's your favorite ice cream flavor. Send us your comments at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
And coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, we speak to Chapman's Ice Cream about a new honor they've received. The Canadian favorite joins us in the 7 o'clock hour. We'll be right back after this.
It's 6:30 on your Thursday. Welcome. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
And I know that we've been talking about ice cream so far on the show, but we're also going to take you once again to the beautiful Bahamas to talk about maybe a chance for you to go there and give a little tease of what they can expect for today.
Yeah, we're talking about dining and imbibing and taking in the beverages, many different kinds of beverages, many different kinds of restaurants that will be, and we're even going to dine on the beach. You do not want to miss it. That is coming up just a little bit later. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Sand in your toes, the sound of ocean waters.
We got to stop.
I know, we have to stop. Okay, all right. We'll get to today's top stories. Let's do that right now. The mayor is once again defending the approved plans for Lansdowne 2.0. The growing conversation comes after the league went on record to say the charge will not play at the smaller arena once it's built.
The plans for Lansdowne are not based on one team, one tenant, one user of the facility. We heard from the PWHL during the Lansdowne debate. They came to a city committee. They told us that there was a way forward for the team in Ottawa.
It's not impossible that the charge could leave. And if that happened in the early days of the league, that would not surprise me at all.
The new arena design would see a total capacity of 6,600 people. The current arena at TD Place has the ability to house 8,500 fans. The PWHL says it wants the charge to stay in Ottawa, but will not go backwards with every option on the table. The city says it is in negotiations with the PWHL and the Ottawa Sports and Entertainment Group to find a solution, with the meeting set for tomorrow.
A popular farm known for its pumpkin patch in Barrie says that it may be forced to shut down. Miller's Farm and Market expanded operations to include trucking and snow removal, but a neighbor complained about the noise, and now the city says the heavy trucks aren't allowed on the property at all. The Millers then asked for 2% of their farm to be rezoned commercially, allowing 51 heavy vehicles to be stored, as well as expanding their home-based businesses, but the city council denied them.
But we have to diversify in a farm here. In a small farm, it's 480 acres, you have to diversify. If you don't diversify, you'll starve. I'm asking for to change the zoning for that we can keep operating. They say we can't do that.
A city report recommended refusing the bylaw amendments because planning staff do not believe that the requested changes are minor or technical in nature.
The city of Ottawa is promising a financial boost to make the capital an even better destination for festivals.
It's an amazing opportunity for the festivals to really establish Ottawa on a bigger scale and recognize that there's some huge generators in this city that can draw people into town and generate lots of economic impact.
The new Major Festivals Fund is aimed at increasing financial support for the city's larger festivals. It's part of a 2-year pilot project and will provide an additional $1 million per year. If approved in the 2026 budget, the money will come from a proposed 1% increase in the municipal accommodation tax. Former Olympian turned alleged drug kingpin Ryan Wedding is facing new charges.
Fugitive Ryan Wedding remains one of the top threats to Canadian public safety, and as per the previous indictment, continues to run an over $1 billion a year criminal enterprise.
The RCMP and FBI gave an update to the case yesterday. Wedding is facing new counts of witness tampering, intimidation, and money laundering. It's also alleged Wedding ordered the deaths of several witnesses. 10 suspects tied to Wedding were arrested this week. 7 of them are Canadian.
U.S. President Donald Trump has now signed off on a bill to release the Jeffrey Epstein case files.
But we will continue to follow the law, again, while protecting victims, but also providing maximum transparency.
The signed legislation will now compel the Trump administration to release the files. So, at this point, what's next? The Justice Department will need to release all files and communications related to Epstein, as well as any information about the investigation into his death within 30 days. But some documents could be withheld if they are related to an active investigation.
It was a tumultuous day in the Ontario legislature after the leader of the opposition was tossed from the chamber.
It is the endless grift of a anti-democratic and, yes, corrupt government.
It was that comment that led to Marit Stiles being kicked out of the legislature during a heated exchange with Ontario's Labour Minister over the controversial Skills Development Fund. The fund has been dogged by allegations that the Labour Minister's office was improperly involved in selecting companies who would be receiving funds. Stiles was given the chance to recant her comments but refused and was escorted from the chamber. Also at Queen's Park, MPPs approved the controversial Bill 33. The bill gives Ontario's education minister more power to take control of the province's school boards, even if they are not in financial trouble. Earlier this year, the Ford government assumed control of 5 school boards, including the Ottawa Carleton District School Board.
A new report is warning less than half of Canadian adults are getting enough physical exercise.
I think what we need to do is, in order to move beyond stagnation and to see these shifts, we need to move beyond this idea of that it's a personal choice.
In its 2025 report card, Participaction finds just 46% of adults are meeting the guidelines for physical activity. The report says physical inactivity is costing the healthcare system $3.9 billion a year. A new report finds Canadian renters often pay the equivalent of an extra month of rent. The analysis from rentals.ca reveals when costs such as parking, storage, internet, and insurance are factored in, many renters are effectively paying the equivalent of 13 or 14 months of rent each year. While Vancouver and Toronto are the country's most expensive cities, they rank relatively low in percentage of additional expenses compared to here in the capital.
Madagascar's military leadership has announced the discovery of a massive emerald rock.
Okay, it really is massive. Look at that. Weighing in around 300 kilograms or 661 pounds. It's being called a national treasure, and officials are promising to handle it with complete transparency.
They say it may even be sold, with the funds being used to boost the public treasury.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Over 600 pounds. That is a
Yeah, that is. You know,
Beautiful.
Madagascar's on a place I need to travel to one day. It's so far south. Just
somewhere you haven't been.
Yes,
Take
I
it
have
down.
not been.
Take it
I
down.
have not been. I want to go and I want to see that ginormous,
Yeah.
ginormous rock. That is
Stunning.
really something. Okay, Melissa, you're back. We're all eyes are on you as we're heading to the weekend here. What's the weather
the
like?
weekend's actually not too bad, and we're going to see a very mild day as we head towards the end of the work week. This morning, we're just dealing with some very dense fog. So there is a fog advisory in effect this morning. We're dealing with dense fog. Visibility reduced to 0 in some spots, so keep that in mind, but partly sunny into the afternoon. The weekend is looking a little bit milder, but we could also see a few scattered showers. Don't worry, still some sunshine on the way. So that dense fog this morning, fog advisory in effect. Be prepared on your drive in. It won't dissipate until late this morning, so likely this heavy, thick, dense fog will stick around throughout your morning commute. Dissipate late this morning, making way for some sunshine into your afternoon. -6 right now, feels closer to -8, so not a lot of wind chill in the forecast, but definitely a cold start to your morning. And chilly across the region, -4 in Trenton, Kingston, out in the valley sitting at -5 this hour. So right now in our skies, we're just dealing with that fog, and then we will deal with a bit of cloud coverage into the afternoon, clearing up around noon hour, making way for some sunshine today. And then it's going to get a little bit messy as we head into our overnight tonight. We are expecting some mixed precipitation in the form of some freezing rain, some drizzle, some snow, and some rain. So it's likely we'll start off as some light snow around midnight and then change to freezing rain and drizzle early tomorrow morning throughout your morning commute. So we could see some freezing rain tomorrow morning on your roads as you make your way into work. It will then clear up late in the afternoon, and we will get to see a little bit of sunshine on the way into Friday as well, and very, very warm weather. So because of that fog, make sure you are taking your time on the roads this morning. Visibility reduced to near 0 in some areas. Drive home should be okay. The fog will clear out, and we will see clear conditions on your drive home later on tonight. Temperatures today reaching a daytime high of 2 degrees, and again, lots of sunshine on the way for your Thursday. Same within Kemptville, 4 in Brockville, 1 is the daytime high in the Seaway, 0 for the Valley today, as well as in Petawawa. 1 currently is your daytime high in Gatineau. So over the next 7 days, some milder temps and of course some sunshine on the way. Today we'll see a mix of sun and cloud. Tomorrow it will start off a little bit messy, but into the late afternoon should make way for some sunshine. We are expecting some rain after we see the freezing rain and the snow as well into the late morning hours, but warm into the afternoon. A daytime high of 8 degrees tomorrow, so way above seasonal into the afternoon. 2 for Saturday. We will see lots of sunshine on the way to start off your weekend. Warmer on Sunday, very average conditions for this time of the year. Could see a mixture of some snow in the overnight with some scattered showers in the morning, but sunshine late in the afternoon. Then next week, temperatures fairly mild.
Weather brought to you by Manotick Place Retirement Community, a community you can call home.
Here's a live look at your drive-in right now, and traffic is looking pretty good. We aren't seeing any major issues east to west. Just keep in mind that heavy, dense fog on your drive-in this morning, and there is a fog advisory in effect.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers, 1-800-JUSTICE.
And coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, a new report out of Dalhousie University states that food insecurity has reached a record high in Canada. We learn more from CTV's Scott Hurst in just a moment after the break. Here's a live look through our Skycam, and as Melissa stated, look at that fog. It is dense and thick this morning. So again, leave yourself a little bit of extra time, although we are expecting to see that sunshine this afternoon. Something to look forward to. Plus, we got ice cream on the show. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Here are the big stories happening today on Your Morning Ottawa. The mayor is now weighing in on the charged up public decree from the PWHL that the team will not play at Lansdowne 2.0 in the future. Miller's Farm and Market, a popular farm known for its pumpkin patch and berries, says it may be forced to shut down. And Honda is recalling over 260,000 vehicles in the U.S. and Canada due to a software error.
In your skies this morning, dealing with some dense fog on your morning commute this hour. So we do have a fog advisory in effect. Be prepared for visibility being reduced to almost 0 in some areas. A high of 2 into the afternoon. The good news is once that fog dissipates late this morning, sunshine on the way for us on this Thursday. Tomorrow, very mild conditions on the way. 8 degrees is the high. We're expecting some mixed precipitation overnight, freezing rain, some drizzle, and then some snow in the early morning hours, changing to rain into the afternoon. The sunshine is back on Saturday with a high of 2. On your drive in this morning, again, that fog reducing visibility, so keep that in mind out there on your roads. But so far, so good. We are collision free.
A new report out of Dalhousie University states that food insecurity has reached a record high in Canada. CTV News correspondent Scott Hurst joins us with more on Canadians shifting their attitudes towards food prices and their trust in the food system. Good morning to you, Scott.
Good morning, Will.
So this latest report outlines a stark reality for so many Canadians as food insecurity just continues to grow. What do the numbers here tell us about Canadians across the country and what they're currently facing?
Well, of course, we all have bills to pay, but according to this report, food continues to dominate household financial concerns, showing that price pressures are really eating away at already tight budgets. 4 in 5 respondents citing it as really the top expense pressure when it comes to what they need to buy for their household. Managing budgets amid food inflation, proving that this is still a big issue for many Canadians, with trips to the grocery store eating away at those budgets. Average household food spending increased slightly in the fall of 2025, with most of that rise coming from higher spending on groceries, which does suggest Canadians continue to prioritize eating at home versus going out to manage the costs. Although another stark reminder of the affordability crisis ultimately comes down to food insecurity, with the report showing that it is now topping 25%, a quarter of respondents from this survey, showing many Canadians are still in a very tough spot when it comes to being able to afford food and put enough nutritious material at the dinner table for our entire family. As you've seen this play out in reports from food banks as well across the country, more and more Canadians will not knowing where their next meal might come from or if they can afford it after all the other bills are paid.
Yeah, Scott, and speaking with the Ottawa Food Bank CEO even last week, talking about the numbers of people going there just increase month after month over the last few years. I think the most important follow-up question is, do you see any relief for Canadians in the near future?
Yeah, well, Canadians are expecting food prices to keep rising next year, though fewer are anticipating some of those extremes that we've seen over the past couple of years. So there might not be as much sticker shock when you get to the checkout aisle and see it all add up, and you get that terrifying reality of seeing how much it actually does cost. So there is some signals that there's cautious optimism that food costs may stabilize somewhat in 2026. While there might be that leveling off in the significant price increases, as of right now, 80% of respondents already are reporting higher costs, with approximately half saying their food expenses have increased significantly already, so already dealing with those elevated prices. And that's showing Canadians are continuing, Will, to adapt their grocery shopping habits. Looking ahead, expect more Canadians to be on the hunt for bargains and deals, with nearly half reporting already right now they actively seek out sales and discounts. So it's already proving the price pressures that we're already feeling at the grocery store. And we are expecting those prices to go up gradually, so that will be more pressure on our already tight budgets. But fortunately, we're not expecting those massive extremes or swings in the prices that we have seen, Will.
Yeah, concern over the last couple of years. Hopefully in the future we can sign for relief, or at least steepen that curve a little bit. Appreciate your time as always, Scott.
Thanks, Will.
Today on Your Morning Ottawa, we asked for your comments on ice cream. What is your favorite ice cream? And here's what some of you had to say. Taking a look at Sherry, and she says, I have a few favorites: chocolate chip, cookie dough, cookies and cream, chocolate ripple, and caramel tornado. Wow, that sounds good. My kids love bubblegum or Rolo. Now to grab ice cream after work tonight.
I was wondering, like, are kids asking for ice cream for breakfast now? Because I know my kids are definitely asking for ice cream for breakfast.
For sure. And which one? I mean, the huge list there.
Right?
So many options. Lori says, okay, here we go. A little change up. I eat eggnog ice cream almost daily.
Okay.
Sort of thankful it is only available 2 months out of the year, exclamation point times 3.
Oh, amazing. And Debbie says, growing up, it was Neapolitan. My favorite now is vanilla ice cream that has big pieces of black cherry.
Oh.
Yes, that's also delicious.
Fancy.
If it's a milkshake or a hot fudge sundae with peanuts, it has to be vanilla. I'm with you, Debbie.
Yeah, to complement the chocolate, right? You go with the vanilla.
And I
Ooh.
do love cherry chunks as well in my vanilla ice cream.
Good options from everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you
so
for those
good.
responses.
Who's
Making
hungry?
me hungry now. We're going to be hearing from you later in the show. We are asking for your comments on ice cream. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Let us know your thoughts. Email us yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
And coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, Heinz is rolling out something called leftover gravy just in time for Christmas. We're going to tell you more about that just ahead. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street this morning. Fog throughout the area this morning, so there is a fog advisory in effect. Very, very dense in some areas, reducing visibility to near zero. It's time for your morning fix, and Heinz is serving up something new ahead of leftover season for the U.S. Thanksgiving. Okay, so this is called Heinz Leftover Gravy. It's the first ever squeezable bottle of homestyle turkey gravy. It was designed with the ultimate day after sandwich in mind, and Heinz says it is tapping into that nostalgia for millennial hosts who see Thanksgiving as more than one meal.
No.
Okay, Willie Bear, what do you think? What do you think?
No, you stop. Even the word leftover gravy in that
Right.
container. I am a no-go, and it's not that I don't love gravy, but I just
Right.
We've gone too far.
So I do get it, because a lot of times you can buy the gravy in the can, which is ready to go, and you just throw that on. But there's something about it being in a squeeze bottle that just changes the game, right? Like, it just makes it a little bit more. Ugh.
Yeah, and I wonder about the color too. Is that
It looked
or is
very
it-
yellow. Yeah. It looked a little
And
strange.
the word, right? Like that's what you're saying. Leftover.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways, we'll see if it's a hit or not.
It's gonna be. We all know.
Oh, for sure. And 30 years after the original version of the Beatles anthology series aired, a newly restored version is coming to Disney+.
Leah then came to see the Queen. I should think so. She didn't have any hit records.
The 9-episode series will air over 3 nights beginning November 26th. The original series had 8 episodes and contained interviews with Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and George Harrison, along with archival interviews with John Lennon. The extra episode will include unreleased footage from the Beatles from 1995.
Now the opposite side, I think something we can all get behind.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
It's wild how Beatlemania is still very much alive so many years later, right? Like, people are still so interested and want to tune in and check them out. And yeah.
Can you imagine? That's archival footage that was sealed back in 1995, and that's on the stuff that they did even before that, right? So it's like they've been around.
That's the gold that people want to see so badly.
Absolutely. And with the second Wicked movie set to debut in Hollywood, insiders are expecting it will be flying high at the box office. The book turned musical turned movie reframes the story of 2 iconic witches from The Wizard of Oz. Part 2 of the cinematic adaptation is called Wicked for Good. Variety reports it's on track to bring in $150 to $180 million US across North America in its first weekend. If it's on the higher end of that estimate, it would mark the biggest movie launch of 2025.
Okay, I am getting ready for Wicked for Good by watching the first one right now. I'm getting excited, and then I will, I'll
And it's
be at the
nice
box
because you can
office.
stream it now, so you don't even have to like look for it. It's super
you
easy
can
to
stream
find.
it, which is so fun, and I cannot wait for part 2.
And it's
I'm very
so
excited.
long that you can watch it in little bits like I did.
So good.
Don't gotta head to Blockbuster, pick it up.
All right, coming up in the next hour, Chapman's Ice Cream has been named Ice Cream Maker of the Year. They join us coming up to tell us more. Plus, this week's Bennett Real Estate Rundown shows us 3 property brands, brand new to the market this week, and I got a chance to experience some incredible dining in the Bahamas as my tour continues. Plus, your daily unique code word for your chance to win a trip of your own to the islands of the Bahamas is coming up. Stay with us. Look at all that fog out there. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. 6:58, you're watching Your Morning Ottawa.
It's Thursday, November 20th.
You do have a team that's in a fledgling league that needs to worry about the bottom line and has every right to say, this doesn't meet our needs. It's just stunning that the city could be so tone deaf.
Ottawa's mayor is defending the plans for Lansdowne 2.0 as the PWHL says it will not play at the new, smaller arena.
And Ottawa police are giving some helpful tips on protecting yourself as artificial intelligence is changing the game for would-be scammers.
And I got a chance to experience the fabulous sips and eats in the islands of the Bahamas. Plus, your unique daily code word to win a chance to experience them yourself is coming up. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now. Good morning. Just after 7, I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Willa Yellow.
And I'm Melissa Lamb. And Rosie, I can't wait to watch your Bahamas segment. I saw you doing a little dance.
Cooking and a little dancing. That is coming up shortly, as well as your chance to win a 7-day vacation. The code word is coming up. But first, we're going to get to your top stories. The arena size at Lansdowne 2.0 has turned into a heated debate in the city of Ottawa. The mayor now weighing in on the charged-up public decree from the PWHL that the team will not play there in the future.
The capacity has increased. It's not as much as they would like, but it is bigger than it was before. It wouldn't be correct to say that we didn't listen and we did nothing because the capacity of the event center has increased.
You do have a team that's in a fledgling league that needs to worry about the bottom line. And has every right to say, this doesn't meet our needs. It's just stunning that the city could be so tone deaf and want to proceed.
In the 2024-25 season, the Ottawa Charge had an average attendance of approximately 5,900, with its lowest single game attendance bringing in about 3,800 fans, and its highest seeing over 7,800. The city says it is in negotiations with the PWHL and the Ottawa Sports and Entertainment Group to find a solution, with a meeting set for tomorrow.
A popular farm known for its pumpkin patch and berries says that it may be forced to shut down. Miller's Farm and Market expanded operations to include trucking and snow removal, but a neighbor complained about the noise. And now the city says the heavy trucks aren't allowed on the property at all. The Millers then asked for 2% of their farm to be rezoned commercially, allowing 51 heavy vehicles to be stored, as well as expanding their home-based businesses, but the city council denied them.
But we have to diversify in a farm here. In a small farm, it's 480 acres, you have to diversify. If you don't diversify, you'll starve. I'm asking to change the zoning for that we can keep operating. They say we can't do that.
The city report recommended refusing the bylaw amendments because planning staff do not believe that the requested changes are minor or technical in nature.
The City of Ottawa is promising a financial boost to make the capital an even better destination for festivals.
It's an amazing opportunity for the festivals to really establish Ottawa on a bigger scale and recognize that there's some huge generators in this city that can draw people into town and generate lots of economic impact.
The new Major Festivals Fund is aimed at increasing financial support for the city's larger festivals. It's part of a 2-year pilot project and will provide an additional $1 million per year. If approved in the 2026 budget, the money will come from a proposed 1% increase in the municipal accommodation tax. It was a tumultuous day in the Ontario legislature after the leader of the opposition was tossed from the chamber.
It is the endless grift of a anti-democratic and, yes, corrupt government.
It was that comment that led to Marit Stiles being kicked out of the legislature during a heated exchange with Ontario's Labour Minister over the controversial Skills Development Fund. The fund has been dogged by allegations that the Labour Minister's office was improperly involved in selecting companies who would be receiving funds. Stiles was given the chance to recant her comments but refused and was escorted from the chamber. Also at Queen's Park, MPPs approved controversial Bill 33. The bill gives Ontario's education minister more power to take control of the province's school boards, even if they are not in financial trouble. Earlier this year, the Ford government assumed control of 5 school boards, including the Ottawa Carleton District School Board.
With the continued rise in scams, Ontario Provincial Police say that there are ways to protect yourself by understanding the latest security features. Police say that creating a strong password, using phrases that are hard for others to guess, and setting up facial recognition on your phone can keep would-be scammers from being able to access your phone and apps. You should also put websites directly into the search bar yourself, rather than clicking on links. Two-factor authentication, which sends you a code through email or text, can also be a great tool to protect yourself.
So if we think of our financial institutions, if you go to Google and type in a search for whatever you're searching for, the bad actors will pay for search engine optimization. So they'll put their web page at the top of the search. And so you're clicking on that, believing that is with the legitimate organization. It's really important to actually look in the address of the website, but also the email address.
And lastly, don't ever give in to pressure. And if something seems too good to be true, well, it probably is.
Honda is recalling over 260,000 vehicles in the U.S. and Canada due to a software error. The recall has been issued for Honda Accord hybrid models made between 2023 and 2025. Honda Canada says the vehicle model could lose power while driving, increasing the risk of a collision. Owners are being asked to visit an authorized Honda dealer who will reprogram the vehicle.
An Eastern Ontario woman is $1 million richer after winning the lottery.
Oh, Francine Lebrun matched all 7 encore numbers in exact order in the October 17th Lotto Max draw.
She's from Oxford Mills, about an hour south of Ottawa. The winning ticket was purchased at Johnson's Your Independent Grocer on Highway 43 in Kemptville. Congratulations to her, and also congratulations to the independent grocer, because as I understand it, when you buy a winning ticket, the seller also gets a little bonus there.
Nice.
Something. Yeah,
Nice.
Exactly. Oh, good for her.
Merry Christmas to everybody out in that area.
I like that she was holding up the 2 too as well. She's like, maybe I wanted $2 million.
Yeah, incredible. We do have your weather picture for today, and this was sent to us from Steve. Look at how beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Snowy Otter Lake. Thank you, Steve, for sending that in.
Weather picture brought to you by Box Me Up. Moving, staging, renovating, just box me up.
And of course, we want to see your weather pictures, pardon me, and you can see it right here on the show. All you have to do is send us an email, weathershots@ctv.ca. Again, that's weathershots@ctv.ca. In our forecast today, a high of 2 degrees, so just a little bit below the average, which is around 4 degrees for this time of the year. The sun will set before 4:30 tonight, setting at 4:27 p.m. So we're still dealing with that fog out there this morning. Dense fog in some low-lying areas, making visibility reduced to near zero in some areas. So we do have a fog advisory in effect. The fog won't dissipate until late this morning. Cold temperatures on top of that fog as well. We're sitting at -6 here. It does feel closer to -8 this hour. So chillier start to your day, very, very foggy and cold across the region, -2 in Trenton, -5 currently out in the valley. So in our skies today, once that fog lifts late this morning, we will see cloudier conditions until about noon hour today. And then those clouds will start to disappear and we will get to see some sunshine for your Thursday forecast. So a beautiful day on the way. And then overnight tonight, we're expecting this mixed precipitation. It looks like it'll start off as snow around midnight and then change to freezing rain or some drizzle early in the morning as temperatures begin to gradually warm up, and then change to rain late in the morning because temperatures tomorrow very, very warm, so it will be coldest overnight. We will see that mixed precipitation overnight into your early morning hours, scattered showers and late in the morning into your afternoon for Friday. But overall, pardon me, it's going to be a beautiful weekend where we do have more sunshine on the way. 2 degrees is your high this afternoon, mix of sun and cloud. 1 over along the Seaway, 0 out in the valley for today, as well as in, pardon me, Kitigan Zippy. In your school day forecast today, -6 this morning. If we're just waiting outside, we'll feel closer to -8. And again, everything will clear up late this morning into the day ahead. We will get to see a little bit of sunshine on the way. Over the next 7 days, a little mixture of everything on the way. Very warm tomorrow, above seasonal. 8 degrees is the daytime high. 2 as we head into Saturday, lots of sunshine. 4 for Sunday. Mixed precipitation on the way. Some snow changing to rain late in the morning. And then next week, fairly mild on the way.
7-day weather forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business.
417.
East, heavy volume between Richmond and Parkdale. On your roads, 417 west, light backups at Nicholas. Then if we focus on the 174 west, light backups between 10th line and the Sir George Etier Cartier Parkway. And again, that fog advisory in effect, so leave yourself a little bit of extra time. Now let's take a look at TSN's must-see moment.
Hi, everyone. Mark Rowe inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Wednesday. And for it, we're going to head to Washington. Capitals taking on the Oilers. Second period, Ryan Leonard drives to the net with Evan Bouchard all over him. He beats the Oilers blue liner and goes backhand on Stuart Skinner for the goal. That's his 4th of the season, all part of a 7-4 win for Washington. And Leonard earning your must-see moment from Wednesday. Tonight on TSN, it's week 12 of the NFL. And it's Thursday Night Football as Josh Allen and the Bills visit the Texans. It all starts at 7 p.m. Eastern on TSN 1 and 3. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, I got a chance to experience the fabulous sips and eats in the islands of the Bahamas and even a little conch seaside, beachside. Oh, you got to stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for your daily code word. A little dance there while I'm cooking. I love it. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Plenty of fog out there. In fact, we've got a fog advisory, so you're going to need to give yourself a little bit of extra time to get from point A to point B. Good morning, Ottawa. Good morning. Here are the big stories happening today on Your Morning Ottawa. The mayor is now weighing in on the charged up public decree from the PWHL that the team will not play at Lansdowne 2.0 in the future. Miller's Farm and Market, a popular farm known for its pumpkin patch and berries, says it may be forced to shut down. And a new report is warning less than half of Canadian adults are getting enough physical exercise.
In your forecast this morning, we're dealing with heavy, dense fog throughout your morning commute. So there is a fog advisory in effect. That fog won't dissipate until late this morning. Temperatures right now sitting at -6, does feel closer to -8 with that wind chill. Into your day ahead, we will get to see some sunshine today as soon as those clouds move through around noon hour today. 2 degrees is the high. This evening, a few clouds on the way. Temperatures hovering around -3. On your roads this morning, again, heavy, dense fog. In some areas, reduced to visibility to 0. So keep that in mind on your drive-in. The highway's looking pretty decent this morning. We are seeing irregular volume now, but no collisions east to west.
Well, Chapman scooped significant accolades at this year's International Ice Cream Competition, even securing a title as Ice Cream Maker of the Year. Ashley Chapman joins us this morning to talk a little bit more about this. Good morning to you, Ashley.
Good morning, Will. How are you?
I am great. This might be the most exciting and fun conference I've ever heard of in my life. Tell me a little bit about the experience and all those titles you came home with.
Oh, it was amazing. Greece is a beautiful country. We got to share ideas with ice cream makers all over the world. And this year, the collective group thought Chapman's brought the best ideas, the best initiatives, the best everything to Greece. So we won Ice Cream Maker of the Year and several other awards as well.
Ice Cream Maker of the Year. Now, I have to ask, how does one determine that, and how can I get involved in the judging process?
Well, we're all independent companies from around the world, and yeah, we know everything about ice cream collectively. So if you win awards, especially this top honor, you really are doing the best that the industry can do.
What an amazing honor to have that recognition. And speak to it from a family experience as well. How did you guys even get involved in this? Because there's so much history with Chapman's, and clearly still winning these titles. It must mean a lot to you and the whole family.
Oh, absolutely. We've been a member of this organization since 2013. There's currently 14 members, and there's a lot of family businesses. So there's just a lot to talk about. It's nice to know that you're not alone in the world as far as the challenges that we have here in Canada.
All right, and I'm lucky enough because I've got some stuff here. We're going to talk about, I got a couple of numbers. So what I have here on my right, Vanilla Trilogy earned 3rd place as the best ice cream. But then we also have another one here. Oh, that was silver. 3rd place was Peach Melba. Now, for you personally, obviously these won some awards. Are these some of your favorite flavors, or you got some favorites of yourself, Ashley?
Oh, definitely the Peach Melba is one of my favorites. It's an old French recipe by a chef named Escoffier. And I studied culinary arts in France. So for this particular SKU meant a lot to me. So we had to get it perfect. And I think we did it.
Yeah, clearly with those titles, you guys are doing things right. What's next for Chapman's, and are there any additional flavors we should think about for the future we can get excited about?
Oh, I think the big one for next year is pecan butter tart. We did a raisin butter tart this past year, and it was 50-50. People either love or hate raisins, so we're like, you know what? Let's go and do a pecan butter tart, and we pretty much satisfied every butter tart person in Canada.
Yeah, okay, as soon as you said that, I don't know if you saw me on camera there, I kind of mouth started watering. And luckily, I actually have some part-time Chapman's service people here to give me a little bit of a taste test. So first, we're going to start with the peach one. Oh, thank you. Ooh!
It looks good.
That is really good. All right. Actually, I'm giving that an 11 out of 10 for the first one.
And you've got Vanilla Trilogy.
Vanilla Trilogy. Now, we talked on the show about how a good vanilla can go a long way, and it still just might be the best flavor out there. So let's see. This one's silver.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it should have won gold, baby.
Nice. Is that good?
I was told that there was only like 1 or 2 points between us and the Swedish company that got #1. So, you know, competition was fierce.
I'm going to take the tiniest little.
One. Yep. A little peach.
Wow.
I know.
That peach is peachy.
This is heaven.
Oh,
Right
yeah?
here. Yeah. The Vanilla Trilogy is absolute heaven. This is so good. I'm going to eat the ice cream from the scooper.
Yeah,
no,
why
it's
not?
okay. I have no shame.
Why not?
Yeah, actually, we also have to thank you because look at the amount of ice cream that we have today. And not just thank you from us 3 here. We've got staff around. We've got guests that are already picking out which tub they want to take home. A huge congratulations to the entire company. And, you know, thank you very much because I think these are very award-winning brands at this point.
Breakfast ice cream, cold brew coffee.
Wow.
Hello.
Put that in your morning coffee, and you've got the world's best affogato.
Oh, I love it.
I'm going for another scoop here.
Isn't it good? It is so good.
I'm going to go for the peach chunk.
Oh, so good. Again, thanks, Ashley, so much. Give congratulations to the whole family for us, and thanks for taking some time this morning.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
Oh, we will now. Don't you worry. We'll have a great week with how much ice cream we have, guys. Look at all the other flavors here. Right? Cold brew.
Vanilla.
Okay, so while they're looking at the ice cream and taking a little taste, I got the chance, the incredible opportunity to dine in the islands of the Bahamas. And guess what? My tour continues right now. Take a look.
The bigger the conch shell is, the bigger the conch is inside.
If you take a trip to the Exumas with Powerboat Adventures, you'll get treated to a conch salad prep demo right on the beach.
This is what we call the queen conch here. This is our queen conch. Now, average size conch like this can take up to 6 to 7 years.
Surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean and teal green waters, it's no wonder succulent seafood abounds off the shores of the islands of the Bahamas.
You can find this in ankle water, 10 feet of water or deeper. The deeper you go, the bigger it is. Now, all of this is the meat. You can eat all this right here.
From conch on the beach to conch in the kitchen at Baha Mar Resort with Chef Tevin.
When it comes to eating, we use the conch from raw to cook. We're gonna make some tropical conch salad.
Describe to me, Chef Tevin, the culinary scene here in the Bahamas.
If I have to describe the culinary scene, I would say free and robust. When it comes to what you get, our cuisine, we're not afraid of anything. We believe in being extreme, but we believe in flavor, where flavor is culture. When it comes to the flavor, we show love. When it comes to the recipes that we'll normally have, they're not recipes that we're creating. They're passed down from generations of how we cook here in the Bahamas.
Come on. Come on. You can create your own culinary masterpiece, but there's a plethora of top-tier restaurants throughout the islands of the Bahamas that will tantalize your taste buds with an impressive variety of fine dining experiences. All you have to do is sit back and enjoy. You can complement fabulous food with a cocktail or even a mocktail. I tried the refreshingly fun Nojito at the Dilly Club in Marina Village at Atlantis Paradise Island, Bahamas. And we couldn't leave the islands of the Bahamas without vibing at John Baptiste's Jazz Club at Baha Mar. If you want to explore more of what the islands of the Bahamas have to offer, Latia Duncombe, Director General of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, has got you covered.
Bahamas.com.
Okay.
I always ask everyone to stay tuned. If we're looking specifically for Canada, you're going to see information about 45 flights weekly into the islands of the Bahamas. There's a specific page that's just for Canada. So every single thing that we do, we keep everyone connected to Bahamas.com because this is where we share and we showcase and we keep everyone up to date in real time.
Stay tuned for your chance to win a Bahamian adventure. Your daily unique code word is coming up. And you know what else is coming up? A little bit of Bahamian chocolate, courtesy of Grey Cliff Chocolate Factory. You know, I was wining and dining in the Bahamas, so I couldn't come back without bringing a little bit of a nice little eats for my colleagues.
And it's too hard to bring their weather, their sun, their sand, their ocean.
Couldn't bring the
chocolate is just as good.
Bring a little chocolate.
Ice cream and chocolate in the morning?
Look at that. Gotta try that. It's so nice. Just loving the islands and gorgeous. And the chocolate is as colorful as the islands of the Bahamas. Isn't that beautiful?
The pink one.
There you go. It's gone.
Well, coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, some of the best curlers in the country will be competing at the 2025 Canadian Senior Curling Championships right here in Ottawa. Here's a live look at our Skycam on George Street this morning. It is a foggy start to your day, so there is a fog advisory in effect this morning. So give yourself some extra time on your drive-in.
Good morning. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
I'm feeling pretty good this morning, and maybe because we just had Chapman's ice cream on, and then you brought back some chocolate from the Bahamas. What a wonderful Thursday.
Yeah, nice way to kick off the day, get things started. You've got that sugar high right now.
Which we all know I don't need.
You don't.
You guys will
really
suffer.
don't need that. Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm going to get to today's top stories, and you can calm down from that sugar high. The mayor is once again defending the approved plans for Lansdowne 2.0. The growing conversation comes after the league went on record to say the charge will not play at the smaller arena once it's built.
The plans for Lansdowne are not based on one team, one tenant, one user of the facility. We heard from the PWHL during the Lansdowne debate. They came to a city committee. They told us that there was a way forward for the team in Ottawa.
It's not impossible that the charge could leave. And if that happened in the early days of the league, that would not surprise me at all.
The new arena design would see a total capacity of 6,600 people. The current arena at TD Place has the ability to house 8,500 fans. The PWHL says it wants the charge to stay in Ottawa, but will not go backwards with every option on the table. The city says it is in negotiations with the PWHL and the Ottawa Sports and Entertainment Group to find a solution, with a meeting set for tomorrow.
A popular farm known for its pumpkin patch in Barrie says that it may be forced to shut down. Miller's Farm and Market expanded operations to include trucking and snow removal, but a neighbor complained about the noise, and now the city says the heavy trucks aren't allowed on the property at all. The Millers then asked for a 2% of their farm to be rezoned commercially, allowing 51 heavy vehicles to be stored, as well as expanding their home-based businesses. But the city council denied them.
But we have to diversify in a farm here. In a small farm, it's 480 acres, you have to diversify. If you don't diversify, you'll starve. I'm asking for to change the zoning for that we can keep operating. They say we can't do that.
A city report recommended refusing the bylaw amendments because planning staff do not believe that the requested changes are minor or technical in nature.
The City of Ottawa is promising a financial boost to make the capital an even better destination for festivals.
It's an amazing opportunity for the festivals to really establish Ottawa on a bigger scale and recognize that there's some huge generators in this city that can draw people into town and generate lots of economic impact.
The new Major Festivals Fund is aimed at increasing financial support for the city's larger festivals. It's part of a 2-year pilot project and will provide an additional $1 million per year. If approved in the 2026 budget, the money will come from a proposed 1% increase in the municipal accommodation tax.
New for you this morning, Prime Minister Mark Carney has signed a long negotiated investment agreement in Abu Dhabi. It comes as Carney meets with top government and industry leaders. The agreement is called the Canada-UAE Foreign Investment Promotion and Protection Agreement. Prime Minister Mark Carney signed the deal during a closed-door meeting with the President of the United Arab Emirates, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. The deal is expected to support long-term partnerships between Canadian and UAE industries, as well as attract capital to nation-building projects. The Prime Minister's office wouldn't confirm whether the conflict in Sudan was raised in discussions, but a senior government source tells CTV News that it is something the Prime Minister was expected to address.
Former Olympian turned alleged drug kingpin Ryan Wedding is facing new charges.
Fugitive Ryan Wedding remains one of the top threats to Canadian public safety, and as per the previous indictment, continues to run an over $1 billion a year criminal enterprise.
The RCMP and FBI gave an update to the case yesterday. Wedding is facing new counts of witness tampering, intimidation, and money laundering. It's also alleged Wedding ordered the deaths of several witnesses. 10 suspects tied to Wedding were arrested this week. 7 of them are Canadian.
U.S. President Donald Trump has now signed off on a bill to release the Jeffrey Epstein case files.
But we will continue to follow the law, again, while protecting victims, but also providing maximum transparency.
The signed legislation will now compel the Trump administration to release the files. So at this point, what's next? The Justice Department will need to release all files and communications related to Epstein, as well as any information about the investigation into his death within 30 days. But some documents could be withheld if they are related to an active investigation.
It was a tumultuous day in the Ontario legislature after the leader of the opposition was tossed from the chamber.
It is the endless grift of a anti-democratic and, yes, corrupt government.
It was that comment that led to Marit Stiles being kicked out of the legislature during a heated exchange with Ontario's Labour Minister over the controversial Skills Development Fund. The fund has been dogged by allegations that the Labour Minister's office was improperly involved in selecting companies who would be receiving funds. Stiles was given the chance to recant her comments but refused and was escorted from the chamber. Also at Queen's Park, MPPs approved controversial Bill 33. The bill gives Ontario's education minister more power to take control of the province's school boards, even if they are not in financial trouble. Earlier this year, the Ford government assumed control of 5 school boards, including the Ottawa Carleton District School Board.
A new report is warning less than half of Canadian adults are getting enough physical exercise.
I think what we need to do is, in order to move beyond stagnation and to see these shifts, we need to move beyond this idea of that it's a personal choice.
In its 2025 report card, Participation finds just 46% of adults are meeting the guidelines for physical activity. The report says physical inactivity is costing the healthcare system $3.9 billion a year.
A wide selection of things that once belonged to Gordon Lightfoot are going up for auction.
Pieces up for bid include his iconic 1948 Martin D18 guitar. There's also records from his 1960s band and two-timers and two-tones.
Plus some Edmund Fitzgerald-related artifacts, and even his childhood train set and high school yearbooks. The sale opens in Toronto on November 26th. I would love to get just one piece of artifacts from that incredible Canadian. Like, his songwriting skills, his tone. I can hear his voice in my head right now. What an incredible man.
Even just getting a piece of that train set would be so
that would be
cool,
fun
right?
too.
Memorabilia
Absolutely.
from a legend.
So true, so true. All right, we're going to take a look right now at your forecast. Melissa.
And we're dealing with heavy, dense fog on your morning commute. So there is a fog advisory in effect right now, and that will remain in effect until late this morning when that fog begins to dissipate. So visibility is reduced to near zero in some of the lower lying areas. So far, the Queensway is looking pretty decent in terms of foggy conditions. Current temperatures still -6 here in the city. Does feel closer to -8 with that wind chill. And look at Brockville this morning, -9 this hour. So it is a bit of a cold start to your day. We are expecting sunshine into your afternoon, and then you'll see this system moving through later on tonight, bringing with it mixed precipitation. So it looks like it'll start off as snow around midnight tonight, changing to freezing rain early in the morning as temperatures gradually warm up. So we could see bands of freezing rain early tomorrow morning on your commute, and then it will shift to rain in the late morning hours as temperatures do warm up, as it will be quite mild into your afternoon on Friday. Skies will then clear up late in the day on Friday, and we could even see a bit of sunshine late in the afternoon on Friday. Here's your recess forecast for today. So it will be chilly throughout your morning recess, but this afternoon, not so bad. We will get to see that sunshine, and it will warm things up to a high of 2 degrees into your afternoon. Tomorrow, very mild, but we are expecting that mixed precipitation around midnight tonight as temperatures hover around -4. So snow changing to freezing rain early in the morning, back to rain late in the morning on Friday, and a high of 8. So finally a day above seasonal conditions. The sunshine is back on Saturday, sunny skies and a high of 2. Then average conditions for Sunday. We could see some wet snow in the morning, changing to rain late in the afternoon with a high of 4. On your roads this morning, we do have a collision. Laurier westbound is reduced to 1 lane between Nicholas and Elgin due to a collision. OPS are on scene directing traffic. We are seeing heavy volume between Richmond and Parkdale, and moderate backups between Vanier Parkway and Bronson this morning. 174 westbound, also moderate backups between 10th Line and the Sir George H.A. Parkway. Light congestion between Montreal Road and Blair Road.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers. 1-800-JUSTICE.
Donna and Richard Mayer, the chairs of the upcoming 2025 Canadian Senior Curling Championships being held at Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club on November 29th through December 6th. And they are avid curlers themselves and join us this morning to talk more about these championships. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Thank you for being on the show. First of all, let's talk about this. This is exciting. Can you tell us more details about this event?
Sure. It's a national event. We've got men's and women's teams from every province and territory in Canada. There's 28 teams. The winners, the champions of this, will represent Canada at the World Senior Championships that are being held in Geneva, Switzerland in April. So it's a big deal for the teams.
Absolutely. And tell us a bit about the venue, because I was saying, is this the Hunt Club Golf Course? I didn't even realize they had a curling rink there.
Yes, the Hunt Club has 6 curling sheets, one of the largest in the National Capital Region. So at any given time, there's 48 curlers, and 40 of them are probably yelling to sweep or stop or just hit the button.
I love that. And tell us a little bit about your journeys in curling, because you started curling a little bit later in life.
Yeah, we've been curling for about
10 years.
10 years. We took a Learn to Curl program at the Hunt Club,
Okay.
and basically fell in love with the sport. And we were on the ice about 5-6 times a week. And so this opportunity to chair this event and get more involved is a great opportunity for us. Yeah.
And what is it about curling that you love so much?
The fact that it's a team sport, and that you can be active at any age, and you can, I mean, it's definitely just in the winter months, but also camaraderie, and the after curling is also a very important part of it, and so very social. And even at the elite level, there's post-game beverages that get held after the game, win or lose, and you leave your any anger or frustrations on the ice, and you just enjoy the company of the team players.
So it keeps you active, but it also keeps you social at the same time.
Absolutely. Yes.
Which is fantastic. Tell us more about some of the activities happening around this event as well.
So on the Saturday, the first day of the games, we have the official opening ceremonies. So the players will be piped on the ice, and there'll be some dignitaries among us, and first stone thrown, as well as some entertainment by local bands on a number of nights, some trivia nights, as well as chat with the champions. So we've handpicked some former senior world champions that will be in the crowd to answer any questions and give people tips on what it takes to be at a competitive level.
Incredible. And how can people participate and come out and support?
Well, the Hunt Club, it's open all week for people to come out and watch. Saturday, the opening day, is free to everybody. After that, there is a minor, a little fee. But basically, you can be there all day long, see competitive curling. As we mentioned, a number of the teams have been very competitive in the past. We have a past silver medalist from the Olympics is skipping a team. And we've got a number of people that have been the national champions come in. So you're going to see some very good curling. And all week long, anybody can come by.
Wonderful.
Especially leading up to the Olympics. I think people will be able to get their fill of really competitive curling.
Amazing. Well, thank you both so much for joining us today and giving us a little insight into the championships happening very shortly.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Rosie.
It's contest time. CTV, Your Morning Ottawa, wants to send you on a Bahamian adventure. Imagine a 7-night escape at Margaritaville Beach Resort in Nassau in the islands of the Bahamas. Watch all this week for your unique daily code words and enter them at ctvottawa.ca. Today's code word is Exuma. Enter it now for your chance to win this ultimate tropical getaway. Once again, today's code word is Exuma. Good luck. Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, the Bennett Real Estate Rundown brings us 3 great properties new to the market. Taylor Bennett is standing by in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. He's coming up next. Here's a live look through a Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Plenty of fog out there. There is a fog advisory, but it looks like it's starting to lift. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. Good morning, Ottawa. (7:48). Welcome back to Your Morning Ottawa. Today's Bennett Real Estate Rundown is showing us 3 new properties to market right now. Taylor Bennett is here to give us a sample of what's available. I love that. Fresh on the market, Taylor.
Fresh on the market, and there's some fresh updates in these homes as well, too.
Really?
Actually, one of them is a pretty much a brand new built home, and the other ones have some nice renovations to their kitchens and bathrooms. So a lot of times when people buy a house, they don't want to have to worry about renovating these items, and it can take a lot more money, a lot more time than you anticipate. So these are brand new, move-in ready homes. Fantastic homes to look at here.
I can't wait to see them. Okay, let's see the first one here.
So this one here, this one's found in Richmond. Now, if you're unfamiliar where Richmond is located, it's about 15 minutes south of Canada. So if you do live in the West End or in the Canada area, fantastic area to consider. And this is one of the newer homes that we have here to feature today. Beautiful kitchen, tons of storage space, tons of counter space, pot lights everywhere. You've got a lot of windows bringing in natural light. I believe it's sitting on a 60 or 65 foot wide lot. So with that width, you get a lot of extra windows, a lot of extra privacy, a nice large yard, very big bedrooms as well. And even downstairs in the basement, that doesn't look like a basement, doesn't feel like a basement.
No, it does
nice
not.
And bright. And then take a look at that lovely fenced yard that you have back there. So if you have any little ones, whether they be creatures with 4 legs or creatures with 2 legs, you have no way to escape there. So nice to keep them private there. But stunning, stunning home there. Listed for $1.2 million. But it's really showcasing its price. You wouldn't have to update anything there for a couple of decades almost in terms of roof.
It looks like you can fit like 3 cars. There's a double car garage plus a single.
Yeah, it's a double car garage plus a single. Then of course you get your driveway on top of that and street parking. So if you're the one hosting Christmases or things like that,
Taylor,
that's a fantastic home
That's beautiful. 1.2.
1.2. Correct,
okay, what else do you have for us?
Well, another property is also listed for $1.2 million, and this one a little bit older, but it has have a lot of updates on the inside that you'll see here, and a very grand entrance with the first thing I noticed there, beautifully vaulted ceilings that you see there. A very, very updated kitchen with the pot lights, but you can see how it's open, and they've knocked out that wall to keep it a little more, more social. So again, if you're hosting, your guests could hang out there in those lovely couches, and then of course you could be cooking up a meal in this gorgeous, gorgeous kitchen. This kitchen here, quartz countertops, full-length cabinetry, ton of counter space, hardwood floors, but you can still see because the house is big enough, they didn't have to open up every single wall. They just do have a secluded dining room and living room area. Upstairs, very, very spacious bedrooms and bathrooms to take advantage of there. And of course, this one has an in-ground pool. I'm a little biased. I grew up with an in-ground pool, but of course, if I was on the soccer team, we'd have all the barbecues there, all the friend gatherings there. So a great social event for if you have a family with kids. It's a nice little addition to have in your home.
That's a beautiful home on its own, quite large. I mean, what are you talking about? 2,000 square feet?
So both of those we just saw were well over 3,000 square feet when you include the basements on them. So
that's
a lot
incredible.
Of
what part of town?
That one is located, that was in Blossom Park, yes, Blossom Park, which is just south, not too far as Greeley, so you're talking maybe about 10 minutes into, but the Hunt Club Conroe area.
Okay, final one, new on the market.
Final one here, so this one's listed for $810,000, so a big jump down in price. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom property. Now, I don't know when this one was originally built, but the kitchen's been updated and the bathroom has been updated as well. This one's located in the kind of Hunt Club Uplands area, not too far from the golf course there. 2 stoves that I could see you pointing at there, Rosie.
You see me, I'm looking at it.
2 stoves. If you were somebody who's looking to kind of host any kind of Christmas or Thanksgiving dinners, things like that, fantastic kitchen to take advantage of. And you can see there's a big, big sleigh bed there, but does not feel out of place. And a really, really nicely updated ensuite bathroom that you see in there. And a nice low-maintenance backyard. You don't have to worry about too much there. And this property does have an unfinished basement, but it's very big and open and spacious. If you needed extra square footage, you can make that your own, whether it be a theater, gym, home office, whatever you need it to be. But there's enough square footage upstairs to accommodate most of your needs.
Thank you so much, Taylor Bennett, showing us what's new on the market.
Anytime. We're glad to be here.
Thank you. And don't forget, you can listen to the Marnie Bennett on the Real Estate and Wealth Show every Saturday at 1 p.m. on News Talk 580 CFRA. You're watching CTV, Your Morning Ottawa. We'll be right back.
Here are your milestone celebrations for today, and we're going to start off with a happy 5th birthday to Xavier. This is from Mom and Dad, Mamie and Pappy, Aunties Danielle and Elizabeth, and cousins Matthew, Benjamin, and Alex, who all say you are a bundle of joy and love. We also have a happy birthday to Tiffany. Tiffany is turning 12 years old. This is with love from Mommy, Daddy, and Lisa. And of course, happy birthday to everybody celebrating today. And if you have a milestone, please celebrate it with us. Send your birthday announcements for kids turning 13 years old or younger. And for those turning 100 years or more, we also do wedding anniversaries for those celebrating 50 years or more. All you have to do is send us an email, your morning Ottawa milestones at ctv.ca, and we'll be sure to get your announcement on the air. Here's a live look through our sky cam this morning. A very foggy start to your day. We're dealing with dense fog this morning. Visibility reduced to 0 in some areas, so there is a fog advisory in effect.
It's Tuesday, November 20th.
You do have a team that's in a fledgling league that needs to worry about the bottom line. And has every right to say, this doesn't meet our needs. It's just stunning that the city could be so tone deaf.
Ottawa's mayor is defending plans for Lansdowne 2.0 as the PWHL says it will not play at the new, smaller arena.
And Ottawa police are giving some helpful tips on protecting yourself as AI is changing the game for would-be scammers.
And some delicious homemade salsa made right here in Ottawa. Mom's Homemade joins us in studio. Your morning continues right now.
Good morning, come on in. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb, and I look forward to some delicious salsa. It looked tasty.
It really did.
A little cameo from our director, Mike Pang, in there, not to give too much away, but that was that beautiful face that you just saw on camera.
Exactly. Why don't we get to our top stories for you right now? The arena size at Lansdowne 2.0 has turned into a heated debate in the city of Ottawa. The mayor now weighing in on the charged up public decree from the PWHL that the team will not play there in the future.
The capacity has increased. It's not as much as they would like, but it is bigger than it was before. It wouldn't be correct to say that we didn't listen and we did nothing, because the capacity of the event center has increased.
You do have a team that's in a fledgling league that needs to worry about the bottom line and has every right to say, this doesn't meet our needs. It's just stunning that the city could be so tone deaf and want to proceed.
In the 2024-25 season, the Ottawa Charge had an average attendance of approximately 5,900, with its lowest single game attendance bringing in about 3,800 fans and its highest seeing over 7,800. The city says it is in negotiations with the PWHL and the Ottawa Sports and Entertainment Group to find a solution, with a meeting set for tomorrow.
A popular farm known for its pumpkin patch and berry says that it may be forced to shut down. Miller's Farm and Market expanded operations to include trucking and snow removal, but a neighbor complained about the noise, and now the city says the heavy trucks aren't allowed on the property at all. The Millers then asked for 2% of their farm to be rezoned commercially, allowing 51 heavy vehicles to be stored, as well as expanding their home-based businesses, but the city council denied them.
But we have to diversify in a farm here. In a small farm, it's 480 acres, you have to diversify. If you don't diversify, you'll starve. I'm asking for to change the zoning for that we can keep operating. They say we can't do that.
A city report recommended refusing the bylaw amendments because planning staff do not believe that the requested changes are minor or technical in nature.
The City of Ottawa is promising a financial boost to make the capital even better destination for festivals.
It's an amazing opportunity for the festivals to really establish Ottawa on a bigger scale and recognize that there's some huge generators in this city that can draw people into town and generate lots of economic impact.
The new Major Festivals Fund is aimed at increasing financial support for the city's larger festivals. It's part of a 2-year pilot project and will provide an additional $1 million per year. If approved in the 2026 budget, the money will come from a proposed 1% increase in the municipal accommodation tax. It was a tumultuous day in the Ontario legislature after the leader of the opposition was tossed from the chamber.
It is the endless grift of a anti-democratic and, yes, corrupt government.
It was that comment that led to Marit Stiles being kicked out of the legislature during a heated exchange with Ontario's Labour Minister over the controversial Skills Development Fund. The fund has been dogged by allegations that the Labour Minister's office improperly involved in selecting companies who would be receiving funds. Stiles was given the chance to recant her comments but refused and was escorted from the chamber. Also at Queen's Park, MPPs approved controversial Bill 33. The bill gives Ontario's education minister more power to take control of the province's school boards, even if they aren't in financial trouble. Earlier this year, the Ford government assumed control of 5 school boards, including the Ottawa Carleton District School Board.
With the continued rise of scams, Ontario Provincial Police say that there are ways to protect yourself by understanding the latest security features. Police say that creating a strong password, using phrases that are hard for others to guess, and setting up facial recognition on your phone can keep would-be scammers away from being able to access your phone and apps. You could also put websites directly into the search bar yourself rather than clicking on those links. Two-factor authentication, which sends you a code through email or text, can also be a great tool to protect yourself.
So if we think of our financial institutions, if you go to Google and type in a search for whatever you're searching for, the bad actors will pay for search engine optimization. So they'll put their web page at the top of the search. And so you're clicking on that, believing that is with the legitimate organization. It's really important to actually look in the address of the website, but also the email address.
Lastly, don't ever give in to pressure, and if something seems too good to be true, well, it probably is.
Honda is recalling over 260,000 vehicles in the U.S. and Canada due to a software error. The recall has been issued for Honda Accord hybrid models made between 2023 and 2025. Honda Canada says the vehicle model could lose power while driving, increasing the risk of a collision. Owners are being asked to visit an authorized Honda dealer who will reprogram the vehicle.
Dozens of historic works of art, once owned by the Hudson's Bay Company, have gone up on the auction block.
Selling now at Heffel's, the Churchill, $1.3 million, and congratulations to your bidder.
A big ticket price for one of the most coveted items, Marketech, former UK Prime Minister Sir Winston Churchill.
Okay, so in all, 27 paintings were sold at the Toronto auction. More artifacts are set to go under the hammer in the coming months.
Beautiful.
Wow.
What do you think about that? Your our art.
Yeah, you know what it says? It says so much that there's such a love for art, and people are like, okay, $1 million? Yeah. I'll take it. Right. $238 million for Klimt. That's a painting by the Austrian painter that was yesterday, sold at Sotheby's.
Yeah.
So there was such an appetite because it's like a window into the past, right? When these gorgeous artworks. So pretty fascinating
$12 million
stuff.
for a gold toilet.
There you go. Yeah, functioning, fully functioning gold toilet. There you go.
At your pleasure.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
I was like, what are you guys talking about?
Yes. Was not here yesterday. Did not see those headlines. We've warmed up a little bit here this morning. We're sitting at -5 now. We were sitting at -6 earlier. Still feels closer to -7 this hour. So a little bit of a wind chill out there. Colder for Brockville, -8 this morning, -5 as well along the Seaway. Still seeing some fog out there, a fog advisory in effect. So give yourself some extra time on your roads, especially those lower lying areas. Very dense fog. Some areas reduced to near visibility as 0 on your roads this morning. So very, very thick fog. We are expecting some mixed precipitation overnight tonight. So we will see sunshine throughout your Thursday. Then tonight you saw that band of pink, white, purple, and green. That's the mixed precipitation. It looks like it'll start off around midnight with some snow, light snow to start things off, and then it will shift to freezing rain or some drizzle early in the morning. So on your drive in tomorrow morning, we could see that freezing drizzle in the forecast and then changing to rain late in the morning morning as temperatures do warm up because we do have a very warm Friday on the horizon for us. Today's high 2 degrees, so still a little bit below the norm. Normal's around 4 degrees for this time of the year, but at least it will be nice and sunny into your afternoon today. Take advantage of that sunshine. We won't see a lot of it tomorrow, but we do have more of it on the way as we head into the weekend. 0 is your high over in Kitigan Zibi today. So today's high to -4 overnight. That's why we will see some snow changing to freezing rain because temperatures will warm up to 8 degrees tomorrow. Before that shift, we could see that freezing rain throughout your morning commute, then showers late in the morning. 8 degrees is the high. Everything will clear up late in the afternoon. Overnight dropping to -5. The weekend a little cool for Saturday still, but average temperatures for Sunday. Sunshine to kick off the weekend. On Sunday, we could see some more mixed precipitation, some wet snow in the morning, followed by some rain. On your roads this morning, there's still a collision 417 eastbound between Richmond Road. That is really slowing things down right now. So we're seeing bumper-to-bumper traffic in that direction between Moody and Greenbank. 417 eastbound, heavy volume between Moody and Parkdale. Light delays between Innis and Hunt Club. And the 417 westbound, heavy backups between Vanier Parkway and Bronson. Light backups between Hunt Club and the 174. Will.
And coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, experience handmade goods from so many businesses in a new holiday market. That preview is coming up just ahead. We're going to take a peek outside first, though, through our Centennial Glass sky. Centennial Glass fog cam. Can't see a thing this morning. Will we continue to see the fog through the early morning hours, or will some sunshine arise? More details coming up on that, plus a lot more on our show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect gift that won't break the bank? Join us this week for incredible Black Friday deals and hot holiday gift ideas.
Live local shopping week on CTV Your Morning Ottawa. Brought to you in part by the United Counties of Stormont, Dundas, and Glengarry.
Well, it is back for another year. The Indigenous Holiday Market is taking place on Saturday. More than 20 artists will showcase their stuff, including some handmade goods and crafts. Here with us today, 3 vendors. We're going to start with Shannon Blue. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Now, you were asking me if I take baths. Is that part of what we're discussing today?
Yes, it is. So everything that I make is handcrafted and small batch. We are a self-care brand rooted in like bath and beauty products. So I have a few samples with me today. We make a luxurious bath oil. Makes your skin feel really expensive.
Oh, good words. I like that.
And then we have our skin quencher, which is a face serum that is made with frankincense and lavender. My mother-in-law cannot get enough of this. It's one of our best sellers. So that is a face oil.
Plus, you know, always impressing the mother-in-laws.
Exactly.
That's a huge win on its
Bonus
own.
points for sure. But it's not all just that. We have a beard oil. We have a roller ball, which is beautiful aromatics. A simmer pot pack. So a lot of you will be hosting over the holidays. Put this on in a pot of water before your company comes over and your place will smell amazing. Bath salts are also one of our biggest sellers. But yeah, it's just a reminder to take 4 minutes out of your day or 40 minutes out of your day and just focus on some self-care.
I love that. And how did you come up with this idea? Because it's so great, and I know that you talked about some of those scents, those natural essential oils.
Yeah.
So how did this whole idea even come together?
Well, I am a self-proclaimed bath queen, so I really love taking baths. But I also have a passion for things that are all natural and organic. So everything that I make is made with organic essential oils. Everything is like rooted in the earth and what we can bring from the earth with my traditional knowledge as well, just kind of woven in a little bit.
I love that so much, Shannon Blue. Thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you.
All right, Lance, we're coming to you next, my friend. Good morning to you.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. So tell me a little bit, before we get to these wonderful pieces of art, tell me about your company.
Hi, yeah, we're at Tandesi Woodwork. So we've been in business for about 3 years now, and we primarily work in white cedar. So, because cedar is one of our 4 sacred medicines.
Okay.
Yeah. So, with these pieces here, this is a collaboration between me and my cousin Liz Cody. So I do all the engraving, and she does the painting around.
Oh my goodness,
yeah,
these are so great.
Yeah, thank you. So they're all engraved and then painted upon after to give you kind of like a 3D effect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we also have these pieces here that are good for car hangers, and they're 100% customizable for anybody.
I see our nice Sens fan over there. Yeah.
Fun fact is we actually work with the Sens. Like I have pieces like this in their store now at the arena. So yeah, I have like, I don't know how many pieces are left over there right now, but.
Probably so many. Like,
yeah.
you know, and it's great because you said that there's the two of you. How do you come up with the ideas, like creatively? Do you both discuss something, or you're like, okay, I'm going to start with this and then you take it over from there?
Basically, I just start with it and she finishes it. And
wow.
Yeah, I'm just like, do what you're going to do, really. You know what I mean? It's more of a free reign thing.
They're so great. And obviously, like, you have some bigger items here, too. Is there some, you said, like, some stuff is customizable towards the person, or but you always throw your little kind of unique touch on it, too?
Try to, yeah, you try to. These were the first ones we started making, actually. The funny story about these is I was sitting around at home. I was just really bored out of my mind. And my partner, Penny, told me I needed to find a hobby. And, well, this is what came out of that. And it turned into a full-time job, and yeah, it's just kind of changed everything for me at this point.
Well, a hobby turned business turned incredible art. So congratulations, Lance, because you do some beautiful stuff here.
Thank you very much.
All right, heading to our third. Drew, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
These are so great. I was highlighting a little bit of the lavender colors a little bit earlier. Tell me about what you've brought here today and what your company's all about.
Yeah, so I'm here representing Tennessee Air Fresheners. We're a sister-owned business, so it's me, my sister Jen and my sister Sienna, and we specialize in Indigenous designed air fresheners. So they're all different art pieces that are based off of Indigenous stories or Indigenous teachings that were taught to us from our grandparents.
Oh, great. And does each story, you know, when you have each one here from the grandparents, is there a specific scent? Like, how do you decide what to get with that?
Yeah. So each one we've kind of specifically picked out. So like this one's our forest scent, if you want to take a smell. This one's,
my goodness.
Yeah, this one's our orange scent. This one just goes with the blanket.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That literally smells like an orange peel right from the get-go.
This is one of our popular scents. It's the lilac. Yeah.
Oh, these are so good. Yeah. And how is it working with your sisters? Are you guys good?
Yeah, it's honestly really good. It's just easy to work with them because you know, it's easy to get good criticism when I'm the one who does the art. When I'm doing the art, you know, sometimes it's you don't know if it's looking good or bad, and you know, they just tell me how it is, so it's easier.
Well, it's so great. Thank you so much for coming on, Lance and Shannon Blue as well. You can check them out this weekend. Appreciate all of your time this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Melissa, what's going on outside?
Details on a tree lighting ceremony happening right here in the Byward Market tomorrow. You can see installation crews are getting ready, so we're going to get the details coming up next. It's a beautiful day here in the Byward Market, and we are getting ready for the big tree lighting ceremony happening tomorrow. Here to give us all the details, we have Melanie Anderson. Good morning to you.
Hi, good morning.
Okay, exquisite time to be in the Byward Market. It feels like the holiday season is just in full bloom here. Can you tell us about the big event happening tomorrow?
Yeah, I think you'll see there's lots of activity happening right now because we're in our final stages of decorating for our holiday launch, which happens tomorrow. So that's traditionally, we've done it a couple years in a row now. We do a big tree lighting ceremony, and this year we've spiced it up a bit with an additional light show that launches tomorrow.
Fun.
So yeah, we invite you down at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow for that inaugural launch.
And let's talk about what happened with the largest tree that's stuck in Santa's village.
So the Byward Market will have the largest tree in Ottawa. Unfortunately, it's not going to be here in time for our tree launch tomorrow, so we were able to work with a local farmer to find a beautiful real tree until our
other one arrives.
Other tree arrives.
Okay. Yeah. Santa's working very hard on the tree,
It's a busy time of year.
We understand that. We understand. Give us the details of what's happening tomorrow, because there's a DJ and a laser show as well.
That's right. So we're working with our partners at OSC to put on a big light show. So it's actually going to be all holiday season long, launching tomorrow all the way till January 1st at 5:30 and 7:30 every night. There'll be a light show with music right here projecting on the building. So really fun. Give you some ambiance for the holidays and then walk around and explore the neighborhood.
And tell us a little bit about the Christmas market as well.
Yes, so we're going to use William Street as a hub for a craft makers market. We'll be doing a free Beaver Tails giveaway with our partners here at Beaver Tails just beside us. And then we have some visitors, including our city councillor, Stéphanie Plante, our MPP, and some friends at Ottawa Tourism that are going to help us make a special announcement.
And tell us a little bit about the vibe here in the market, because it sounds like it's an old-fashioned Christmas with carolers. You're going to have a horse and carriage.
It's that vintage kind of traditional holiday experience that I think people really look for in the neighborhood. That's what we're known for, and we're just embracing it this year.
Perfect. So how can people enjoy the carolers and the carriage as well?
So the whole event is going from 4 to 8 p.m. tomorrow. The big tree launches at 5:30, so that'll be right in the thick of the action, but anytime tomorrow will be a great time to stop by, and then all the way through the holidays.
And what are you hearing from businesses right here in the Byward Market as we get ready to celebrate the busy season?
The energy is there for the holidays. People are really embracing the decor this year. I'm loving that. There's so many Christmas restaurants popping up all over the place, so we're really excited to see that come to life this year.
Wonderful. And just give us again the details of tomorrow with the big tree launch.
So 5:30 p.m. right here on George Street Plaza at George and William Street down in the Byward Market. And then there'll be a very big special announcement with our friends at Ottawa Tourism, so definitely want to come for that.
And what time's that at?
At 5:30.
And I was asking you for a sneak peek, and your lips are sealed. You're not giving us any information, but it's something very positive.
You got to be here. You got to be here. And then if you want more information after, all the information will be on our website at byward-market.com.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
We
you,
truly
Melissa.
appreciate it, and happy holidays to you.
Thank you. You too.
You're welcome. Will, over to you.
Lips are sealed. Maybe we can bribe her with some ice cream or some salsa, because coming up next, we are serving some delicious and organic salsa that's made right here in Ottawa. Mom's Homemade Salsa stops by your morning kitchen. Coming up a little bit later on, let's take a look at our fog cam, man. Yeah, still foggy out there. Conditions hopefully improving over the next couple of hours, but it is dense on your Thursday morning commute, so leave yourself a little extra time. Stay with us. Spicy salsa coming up next.
Coming up on 8:30, I'm Rosie Edden.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
We've had a lot of fun on the show so far.
Oh, yeah.
And now we got some spicy salsa coming up. For some, there are some mild flavors as well.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so we had some ice cream, some chocolate. Now we got some salsa. Gonna keep the food flowing here on the show. That's coming up a little bit later, but first off, your top stories. The mayor is once again defending the approved plans for Lansdowne 2.0. The growing conversation comes after the league went on record to say the charge will not play at the smaller arena once it's built.
The plans for Lansdowne are not based on one team, one tenant, one user of the facility. We heard from the PWHL during the Lansdowne debate. They came to a city committee. They told us that there was a way forward for the team in Ottawa.
It's not impossible that the charge could leave. And if that happened in the early days of the league, that would not surprise me at all.
The new arena design would see a total capacity of 6,600 people. The current arena at TD Place has the ability to house 8,500 fans. The PWHL says it wants the charge to stay in Ottawa, but will not go backwards with every option on the table. The city says it is in negotiations with the PWHL and the Ottawa Sports Entertainment Group to find a solution, with a meeting set for tomorrow.
A popular farm known for its pumpkin patch and berries says that it may be forced to shut down. Miller's Farm and Market expanded operations to include trucking and snow removal, but a neighbor complained about the noise. And now the city says the heavy trucks aren't allowed on the property at all. The Millers then asked for 2% of their farm to be rezoned commercially, allowing 51 heavy vehicles to be stored, as well as expanding their home-based businesses. But the city council denied them.
But we have to diversify in a farm here. In a small farm, it's 480 acres, you have to diversify. If you don't diversify, you'll starve. I'm asking for it to change the zoning for that we can keep operating. They say we can't do that.
The city report recommended refusing the bylaw amendments because planning staff do not believe that the requested changes are minor or technical in nature.
The City of Ottawa is promising a financial boost to make the capital an even better destination for festivals.
It's an amazing opportunity for the festivals to really establish Ottawa on a bigger scale and recognize that there's some huge generators in this city that can draw people into town and generate lots of economic impact.
The new Major Festivals Fund is aimed at increasing financial support for the city's larger festivals. It's part of a 2-year pilot project and will provide an additional $1 million per year. If approved in the 2026 budget, the money will come from a proposed 1% increase in the municipal accommodation tax.
New for you this morning, Prime Minister Mark Carney has signed a long negotiated investment agreement in Abu Dhabi. It comes as Carney meets with top government and industry leaders. The agreement is called the Canada-UAE Foreign Investment Promotion and Protection Agreement. Prime Minister Mark Carney signed the deal during a closed-door meeting with the President of the United Arab Emirates, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. The deal is expected to support long-term partnerships between Canadian and UAE industries, as well as attract capital to nation-building projects. The Prime Minister's office wouldn't confirm whether the conflict in Sudan was raised in those discussions, but a senior government source tells CTV News that it is something the Prime Minister was expected to address.
Former Olympian turned alleged drug kingpin Ryan Wedding is facing new charges.
Fugitive Ryan Wedding remains one of the top threats to Canadian public safety, and as per the previous indictment, continues to run an over $1 billion a year criminal enterprise.
The RCMP and FBI gave an update to the case yesterday. Wedding is facing new counts of witness tampering, intimidation, and money laundering. It's also alleged Wedding ordered the deaths of several witnesses. 10 suspects tied to Wedding were arrested this week. 7 of them are Canadian.
U.S. President Donald Trump has now signed off on a bill to release the Jeffrey Epstein case files.
But we will continue to follow the law, again, while protecting victims, but also providing maximum transparency.
The signed legislation will now compel the Trump administration to release the files. So what's next? The Justice Department will need to release all files and communications related to Epstein, as well as any information about the investigation into his death within the next 30 days. But some documents could still be withheld if they are related to an active investigation.
It was a tumultuous day in the Ontario legislature yesterday after the leader of the opposition was tossed from the chamber.
It is the endless grift of a anti-democratic and, yes, corrupt government.
It was that comment that led to Marit Stiles being kicked out of the legislature during a heated exchange with Ontario's Labour Minister over the controversial Skills Development Fund. The fund has been dogged by allegations that the Labour Minister's office was improperly involved in selecting companies who would be receiving funds. Stiles was given the chance to recant her comments but refused and was escorted from the chamber.
Nintendo is giving us a look at the upcoming live-action Legend of Zelda movie.
Super exciting. They show actors Bo Bragason, who plays Princess Zelda, and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, who plays Link.
The Legend of Zelda is a wildly popular action-adventure video game series that was first released in the 1980s. Wow. The movie hits theaters on May 7th, 2027.
I'm honestly just more surprised that, unless I'm missing something, but I don't think a Zelda movie has been made, like an real action thriller, has it? That I can remember.
Not the person to ask.
Yeah.
Rosie maybe would know.
Maybe we're not the best panel for that question. Any of us?
Yeah. Rosie knows movie entertainment.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that, and I think I will confer with Matt Demers, Mr. Hollywood, who will be on tomorrow. I will ask him that then.
Smart.
Yeah, to just kind of confirm that.
Nice,
yeah,
good call. Quick
there
thinking.
You go.
Interesting. A good day to be inside. Trust me, it is cold. I was just outside. I forgot my gloves, and my fingers are red and burning and thawing out. So don't do what I do today. don't forget the gloves. You need them because it is chilly outside. We're also dealing with that fog still this morning, so there is a fog advisory in effect. We're dealing with heavy, dense, thick fog. Some areas visibility reduced to near zero this morning, so keep that in mind before heading out on your drive-in. Still dealing with that fog, and we will probably until about 10 o'clock at least this morning, maybe even 11. So the fog will continue throughout the next few hours. A bit of a cloudier morning, but then clearing up into the afternoon. Around noon hour today is when those clouds will lift, and we will see some sunshine today. And then this is overnight tonight. We are expecting mixed precipitation, so you could see it's going to start off as snow around midnight, changing to freezing rain. We could see some freezing rain or freezing drizzle early tomorrow morning, mainly on your drive-in. And then around noon hour, it will flip to rain as temperatures do warm up, because we do have quite a warm day ahead for us. And we're just getting the bottom end of this system, so it won't linger too long. It should clear up late in the afternoon, making way for a little bit of sunshine on Friday and very mild conditions tomorrow, which will continue into through our weekend as well. 2 degrees for today. Again, sunny day ahead for us on our Thursday. Beautiful afternoon. Mainly sunny skies throughout most of the region. Warmer for Trenton, Kingston, sitting at 5 and 4 degrees. 0 is the daytime high in Petawawa, as well as in Kitigan-Zibi. 1 is the high in Mont-Tremblant. So over the next 7 days, warmer conditions tomorrow, and then again on Sunday, a high of 8 tomorrow, but overnight dropping to -4. So that's why we will see the system start off as some snow, changing to freezing rain, and then some rain late in the morning tomorrow. Sunshine for Saturday and a high of 2. More mixed precipitation in the form of wet snow and rain on Sunday, but mild conditions with a high of 4. Very average conditions next week, so slightly milder than we have been seeing as temperatures have been below seasonal over the last few weeks. It will be a bit of a milder week as we head into next week.
Weather brought to you by Yeckendorf Rashid. Experience, knowledge, and a commitment to excellence.
County Road 29 is fully closed at the intersection of Kitley South, Emsley Town Line Road, south of Smiths Falls. Emergency crews are responding to a report of a multi-vehicle collision this morning, so please avoid that area and plan an alternate route. 417 eastbound, heavy between Richmond and Parkdale. We're dealing with light delays between Innis and Hunt Club this morning. And the 417 westbound, heavy backups between Vanier Parkway and Bronson. Light backups between Hunt Club and the 174. 174 westbound, moderate backups between 10th Line and the Sir George and Cartier Parkway. Light congestion between Montreal Road and Blair. Still foggy out there, so give yourself some extra time this morning.
What more do we need than our director Mike Pang's head nod seal of approval? Oh, we know we need it from Joey as well, from CTV Ottawa. And you know what? You can't smell it, but can you feel it? We have love in our kitchen. That's because Mom's Homemade Salsa joins us this morning. We got Cheryl Wilcox, the owner. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Full disclosure, too, within the last week, I actually picked up some of your salsa. It's some of the best salsa I've ever had. And you know what? It truly does feel like it's made with a little bit of love.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the story before we get to all the delicious food?
Sure. My daughter and I got the recipe from a coworker about over 20 years ago, and we've been making it. We've slowly been modifying it. When my mom became diabetic, we took the sugar out, we lowered the sodium, never had preservatives added to it. And everybody for years has been telling us, you should be selling this, you should be selling this. So 7 years ago on my daughter's birthday, I pushed the button and made the commitment.
I'm so glad you pushed that button, because as a fellow customer now at this point, it is so good, and I love just how clean the ingredients are. And you know, it's coming up on Thanksgiving in the U.S., Christmas season here in Canada, hosting is in full effect. And you've got some options that we can actually incorporate that salsa into.
Definitely. So the first one, your burrito. Tastes great on any kind of Mexican food. Add your cream cheese, your guacamole, and of course your salsa.
Oh, and what flavor you got on that bad boy?
This one is the Wrath, the very hot one. It is the main culprit in this one is the Carolina Reaper. And add your cheese and There's your snack, lunch, dinner, whatever you want.
And I love spicy. I know our producer Cassie also loves spicy. So within probably the next 2 to 3 minutes, I'm sure she'll run out here and snag that burrito. And then a classic.
Your
Just love
classic.
salsa and chips.
Exactly. Get your chicken, your beef, whatever you like. Add it on. Again, your cheese.
Always.
Always.
And generous with the cheese, right?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Okay, there, let's go for the gusto. There we go.
Cheryl. Now we're cooking, baby.
Your guacamole again, your sour cream. I'm a wuss. I'm not into the hot stuff.
Okay.
So you want to put your jalapenos on, you do what you want.
Got it.
And these chips are from Vars. They're local too.
Oh, yay.
Great to go with this.
And then what do we got on this? This is a mild one?
This is the hot.
Oh, hot.
So this one is considerable, kind of like if you like jalapenos on your nachos, this is the one for you.
Okay, so Cheryl, we're still not quite at your level of salsa yet, but we're moving down the line.
We're getting there. We are here now.
All right.
Your best dinner ever. Your chicken, your baked potato, your veggies. And again, if you want to put your sour cream on your potatoes.
Yes, I do.
There you go. And why not top it off with your salsa?
And
You're
this
getting,
one?
this is the medium. Oops, I'm making a mess.
That's okay.
You're going to get your flavor. You're going to get your vegetables. And it just looks pretty darn good.
And for the people that don't want the spicy, there we go. Mom's makes it for everybody.
Exactly. And this is mine. So that's my favorite.
All right, but we still have another one to go, which looks so delicious. And
Yes.
I think I'll try this one.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, show you how to make it.
Yeah.
You take your ham, chicken, turkey. I brought some turkey along too. Just put it in the pot and add a little bit of cheese on the bottom. And then you just take your eggs. Oops.
Not hard enough. There we go.
Not hard enough.
That's the wuss right there. Yeah. Egg one down.
There we go. So very easy. Doesn't take too long. Cooks for 12 minutes if you like it kind of runny. Cooks for 15 minutes if you want it hard. Add a little bit of salt. I've got some Himalayan salt. They always say a pinch. Never know how much a pinch is, but that looks like a good pinch.
Yeah, it's about a pinch. Pinch or two.
Exactly.
That's fine.
Little pepper. And then pop that in the oven at 400. And voila! The magic of television. The pan changed in. Oh. Then it comes out like this. Put a little bit more cheese on. Pop it in the oven for the cheese to melt.
Yep.
And then scoop it out. Put it on your English muffin.
And
there
you know what?
you go.
You got the mild there.
Yeah,
and
you get your
I'm
favorite.
Scooping over here because you've made two. So I'm going to go for the extra spicy.
Okay, we can get rid of that.
And do you want me to dump it on the bread? Or
Sure,
right
you can put it right
what's-
however you want to eat it, and you can always toast
You know what?
this
I'm
up.
going right on the top.
There you
Look
go.
at that. And mild for you?
Yeah. Medium for me.
Medium for you, right. So, all right, you're not it's not total spice wuss.
Total,
We can get
yeah.
a little in there.
So medium is heated with cayenne pepper and Tabasco. Gives you a tang heat, goes away. And I'm going to warn you, first of all, you're dressed nice. This is messy.
Yeah, we're going to do the butt out suit hit. And let's get a little bite each. And now we wait to see how spicy does it wait to kick in. As I start to think that if people are looking to maybe get some Mom's Homemade style and just support you because it's so great what you're doing and I love the story behind it, where can they find all your products?
Big swallow.
Yeah.
So we're in a lot of stores. Best way to find us is to go on the website, go on Facebook. You can find us. We're in a lot of Sobeys now. Sobeys is, I've got my vendor number. I go to Sobeys, ask for permission, get in. It's great. So we're getting a lot of places.
Amazing. momshomemade.ca is the address right there for you. Cheryl, really appreciate your time this morning and thanks for creating something that's so great in our communities. It's clean and with a wonderful story.
Thank you.
And if you want to be featured on Your Morning Kitchen, here's how you get a hold of us. maybe a chef, maybe a restaurant. I don't know if you're going to find a better salsa, though, so don't even try it. Email us, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca, and we would love to host you in. Taking a peek through our Centennial Glass fog cam this morning, and no surprise, more fog. Cheryl, out of 10, what would you say that that's fog level at?
I'd say that's pretty much an 8.5.
Ooh, 8.5, cruising up to a 9. Hopefully we can get it down to a 5. Much more to come. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
Kicking it off with the magic of lights. It's back this year at Wesley Clover Parks, proudly sponsored by CTV and Move 100, and in support of CHEO. This is a 2-kilometer drive-through with over 2 million themed scenes. Definitely a highlight of the holiday season here in Ottawa, and it's great for the whole family. Last year, I even brought my dog. He thought it was great. The kids also have their chance to send their letters to Santa at the Move 100 station, so make sure you stop by. Next up today is the Byward Market District Authority Luminaire Holiday Season Kickoff. This is tomorrow, starting at 5:30. That includes the tree lighting ceremony, of course, plus a live band, fire and light jugglers, and free beaver tails for the early birds. You'll also be able to check out the first ever Byward Market Light Show at 5:30 and then again at 7:30. All of this plus an outdoor market featuring local vendors and festive treats. Best part is that it's all free. And finally today is the Ottawa Christmas Market at Lansdowne. Everyone's favorite market is coming back to life tomorrow. And Move 100 and Jackie Perez will be on site for the lighting of the tallest tree in Ottawa. This is the perfect place to get into the holiday spirit and start getting some Christmas shopping done. Lots more happening around the capital this weekend. The full list and all the details are at ctvottawa.ca/weekenders. For the iHeartRadio Weekenders, I'm Tanea Taylor. Have a great one.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
This week, Holly is asking for advice on how to handle the fact that her sister's kids swear openly in front of her children who are not allowed to swear. Sophie and Jeff try and tackle the question to swear or not to swear in this week's Therapy Thursday.
Let's talk about kids who swear, just full stop first.
Sure. I've seen it. I'm not a fan.
Not a fan?
Can't do it.
Why?
Well, I don't even really swear a lot unless I'm with guy friends.
Or
maybe.
with me.
Well, monkey see, monkey do, to be honest. But anyway.
I do swear like a sailor.
But when it comes from little kids, I think, I don't know. I think we want to develop their vocabulary, and that's just a lazy way to go about it. That's such an old person thing to say, but that's where I come out. What about you when kids are swearing?
I think you're a kid and you don't get to swear.
Okay.
Yeah, period.
All right.
I think it's stupid. I don't think you need to. Why do kids need to swear?
Are they allowed
this is
to
an
say,
adult rite of passage.
How harsh is that sentence for you? Like, are they allowed to say damn? Is that too far?
Why does a kid need to say damn? Is your life that hard?
I know,
you know
it's
what I mean? Like, there's just no reason for it.
There's nothing in your life that requires an expletive.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's a great
When you
call.
get to this age, you have all the reason to throw out the F-bombs.
Yeah.
It also sounds and looks weird to me. I don't like it, and maybe that's old school. I think that it's weird. I think it's weird to let kids swear. I don't know why. Anytime I watch a video online and a parent is taping their kid swearing, I immediately block it because it gives me the ick.
You don't love it?
No, I hate it.
Yeah. I think just in this conversation, I'm going to make a new rule in my house that my kid can say the F-bomb when he gets his first bill. Because that's what we reserve it for.
His first bill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when he pays it.
Yeah, because he could get bills and you're still paying them. So I have to say I understand where Holly's coming from. Now, how to manage it with your sister and her kids, that's a whole other issue that I don't even know how to tackle.
Okay, that's Sophie and Jeff from Move 100. How
Yes.
to tackle to swear or not to swear, Melissa.
I know, it's hilarious because my sister and I kind of had this conversation last night because she She called me and I was on the speakerphone in the car and I didn't know and I let out a swear word and then she says, oh, my children are in the car. And I said, oopsies, you got to warn me before I start talking. Like, we're just talking sister to sister on the phone call. So then I felt super bad and the kids were cool about it. They're 9, so they're pretty understanding at this point. But every once in a while, our children let out a swear word. I'm always like, where did you hear that?
It is the cutest thing.
It's cute.
When a 2 or 3-year-old says it and they don't know what it means. They're just swearing. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's cute. And then you got to
not laugh, because if you laugh, they think it's funny and then they just keep on repeating it. So you got to be one of those laugh behind the scenes. And like,
don't let them show that they're funny.
Yes.
I'm just wondering about this. So, you know, your kids are in a restaurant and somebody beside you is like swearing profusely. Do you get Nigel to go over and say, hey, can you tone it down? Or do you just sort of...
I probably would just ignore it. Try to. As best as I could. It is tough. It is a tough scenario.
All right, we're going to take a look right now at our Skycam on George Street. We are back to wrap up the show, and no swearing on the show. And we'll be right back. So can we expect a little bit of sunshine today, Melissa?
Late in the day this afternoon, around noon hour, we'll start to see the sun. So we just have to wait for that fog to lift.
Ah, there you go. That's all from us here on CTV Your Morning. Take good care. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.